Teacher talking sports, what it does, would do, how we live. And sometimes a sports team is so bad that you almost start to feel bad for them after a while. We saw it in the NBA this past season where the Detroit Pistons set a new standard for most consecutive losses in a single season. Well, the MLB equivalent to them this season has surely been the Chicago White Sox. Last night lost to the Minnesota Twins 6-2. They have now lost 19 games in a row. Their record has dropped to 27 and 86. We take a look. Here's a good sign of how bad the White Sox have been. Last night's lineup. They didn't have a single player in the lineup who currently has at least a 300 on base percentage. Luis Robert, the only one with a 400 plus slugging percentage, clearly the best hitter on the team, but that best hitter on the team is batting 214 with a 284 on base percentage. Robert not quite looking like the hitter he had in previous seasons, rumored to be on the trade block. White Sox decide to hold on to him, and their losing ways have continued. So we take a look at the all-time longest MLB losing streak. So there have only been 9 losing streaks longer in MLB history than the White Sox, 19 in a row. The longest came 125 years ago. The Cleveland Spiders lost 24 games in a row. If we take a look at the last 100 years, only 3 streaks have been longer in the last 100 years than the White Sox, 19 in a row, led by the Phillies, 23 in a row in 1961. Not only that, with each consecutive loss, their winning percentage dips even lower and lower. Right now, they have the 6th lowest winning percentage in MLB history, and the 5 that are worse have all come from 100 plus years ago. The most recent 1916 Philadelphia Athletics. When you think of somewhat modern baseball, usually the first team that comes to mind as being the worst is that 1962 Mets team, 40 and 120. I mean, for the White Sox to finish with a better winning percentage than that, they would need to go 14 and 34. 14 and 35 in order to have a better winning percentage than that Mets team. If we look at the worst record ever for a 162 game schedule, the Detroit Tigers in 2003 went 43 and 119, meaning that the White Sox would need to go 17 and 32 to have a better record than that, and that's a way better winning percentage than they've had so far on this season. So will I be making a video in about a week's time because they had broke the record for most consecutive losses? Well, they need 6 in a row. They play 6 games this week, starting with 1 more at Minnesota, then 3 from Monday to Wednesday at Oakland. Not a good team at all, but everyone's seemingly a World Series contender compared to the White Sox. Then on Friday and Saturday, they're home for the Chicago Cubs. So if they lose all 6 of those games, they will have the longest losing streak in MLB history. Terrible times for the White Sox, but again, I think 43 games remaining. The nightmare is slowly coming to a close, but will they set records for the worst team since or the worst team ever when it comes to losing streak, the worst record in modern baseball history? We will soon find out. Anyhow,